Hi guys, so this is the second vlog that I'm uploading in the series that I started last week, which is called Journey with the Holy Spirit. Now, lately I've been asking the Lord about what I should share in my next vlog, and something that the Lord really convicted me to share about was loving yourself well. Now we see that in the New Testament, Jesus shares with us very important commandments, which is, the first one of course is love God, and the second one is love your neighbor as yourself. Now very often we think that the Lord gave us two commandments, whereas in truth or in reality, what the Lord revealed to me personally was that He gave us three commandments. The first being love God, and the second was actually love yourself. Because only when you can love yourself well can you love your neighbor as yourself, right? Now, I just thought that in this vlog I want to share a little bit about my testimony, and very often, the people who meet me think I'm confident and that I am very extrovert, which is true, that is who I am now, but it wasn't always like that. I had a tough time loving myself and accepting myself the way I was. I was often made fun of for the way I looked, and just for the way I was. I think I was criticized a lot for that. Now, in Assamese, we have this term called pesi, which means flat nose. And for whatever reason, people in my family found that to be really hilarious and thought I had a flat nose. And so I was made fun of and criticized for that. And that's not all. Because of my height as well, which is 5'3", I'm not very tall. People made fun of me. And eventually, yes, now this is something I would like to share, As a child growing up, I had very good skin. But in class 7, I think hormones happened, puberty happened, so many things were changing in my body that I started to have breakouts very frequently. And my skin condition got so bad that it started to become red, and I'd have like white spots all over my cheeks, and it would actually look quite scary now to think about it. And so in school, I would always be made fun of, and in fact people would also get horrified when they would look at me. I still remember, one particular classmate, lovely girl, she came up to me and she said, I hope I never get what you have. She just touched my face and she said, I hope I never get what you have. And that really hit me somewhere. I think I was scarred mentally and emotionally because of that. And so I would often apply makeup from a very young age. I would conceal all my redness and all my spots. No confidence to go out without makeup. That's how it had become. And I would jump from one dermatologist to another. And I'd spent about 50,000 rupees already visiting dermatologists, taking pills, anointments, and it did work for a short period of time. My skin condition would get better, but after that it would come back to the same condition all over again. So it was never a permanent solution. And after which, of course, life took a completely different turn altogether. The best thing in my life happened. I encountered Jesus when I was in class 10, and that was about 8 years back. And when that happened, life changed for me, and I started to focus on the first commandment, which was loving God well. And I started to discover that. I'm still on this journey of learning how to love God, but it started way back then. And so I started to discover who God was, and I started to love Him more. Then came the second part of it, when I realized that I was made in God's image. The minute I say that I love God, I cannot criticize anything that is made in His image. Now that revelation opened up a lot of things for me, and because of that realization, I started to love myself more, because I realized that every time I criticize myself, I'm actually indirectly criticizing God. So you can't say that you love God and criticize what He has created and whose image you've been created in. You cannot do that. Alright, so the minute I said I love God, I learned to love myself better. And as I started to accept myself the way I was, I accepted myself with redness. I accepted the fact that I don't have the most beautiful nose according to people, and that I may not be the tallest person on the planet, but I accepted that, and I glorified God for who I was. I think a new kind of radiance sort of comes out of that, and because you love yourself, you are able to attract love towards yourself as well. So instead of criticism, you start getting appreciation, because that's what you're exuding now. And because I started to love myself better, and I became less self-critical, I also started to love other people better. So it was actually like a chain reaction. Love God, then I could love myself, and then of course I could love other people better as well. So if you're watching this video today, you're watching my vlog, and somebody has told you that you're not beautiful, somebody has told you you're short, or you're dark, or too fair, or maybe something is wrong with your skin, your nose, all of that, remember that God took out time to make you. You're fearfully, wonderfully made, and nothing is wrong with the way you have been created. You are perfect in the eyes of the loving Father, and that's why you should learn to love yourself. And the minute you love yourself, I'm sure you'll be able to love the world around you better as well. God bless you and have a wonderful week ahead. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.